Hi folks, what does it take to set up a whole brand new shop full of amazing 5-axis machines? Let's take a look at what it's like to rig these machines in and get this brand new Matsuura Yamazen Northeast Tech Center facility set up. And let's take a look at some of the pretty amazing Matsuura 5-axis machines and learn a little bit about who Matsuura is and what they stand for as a machine tool builder. Take a look in the video description. It's a long video. We've got some timestamps to help you jump ahead if you want to skip to certain machines or certain action.
It's 9 inches, about, and that'll do 19 tons.
Not that high.
Okay.
Won't go all the way to
Won't go all the way. Can you control multiple pads with one valve so you keep?
I have 2 pads on each valve.
Okay. So this is an MX520,
yep.
And this will have the PC4 is it 4+1 or just 4?
3+1.
3+1, yep. Pallet changing system right there. So it kind of comes out and stands right here. Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see when maybe we get some of the paper off here. You can see, we'll be able to look at kind of how different the build, how they built this machine and really maximize rigidity, pulling or mounting the trunnion base. Yeah. Yeah, tightening up that C basically. Yep, it's cool. Unboxing her. Sweet. I like this keyboard. Nice feel.
Hey, you look good there, man.
Someday. Sweet. Power is on. Take a look. So your typical Bliss, true example of a really true simultaneous part. This is on the LX160 card here to the video we did out in California, that machine, but that's an insane, only under 11 minutes to make that. Some medical work that Matsuura is really strong in. Some titanium artificial bone plate type stuff, really cool. Beautiful, that's, pulling that right off. I don't know if they would have to do finishing of tumbling or polishing on that. They may well, but certainly to the naked eye, it doesn't seem to require it. You see no visible tool marks on that. It's beautiful. This is kind of cool. Forging mold for stamping. I mean, just beautiful finishes. Kind of fun too. Hobby engine. And then some big stuff. So I think this is really cool. I'm guessing that's the electronics enclosure, so that's off of their horizontal style machine. Aluminum, a lot of material removal, really good finishes, kind of a one and done. Able to get all the access to all 4 sides. Sounds simple, but still very cool. This is awesome. Look at that. And then here we go. Now we're into 5-axis stuff. So a great example where you probably have some true simultaneous 5 as you're doing these fillets, but a lot of this is going to be positional work. And I wonder, I'll see if I can ask around, I wonder if this started as billet. Oh wow, that's actually pretty heavy. Or whether it started as a forging. Wow. Look at that. That's cool. Think how much more work that would be. On a 4th axis it wouldn't be horrendous, but you've got all your tolerances held, in a one and done 5-axis style. Actually be a couple ops at least, but nevertheless pretty cool. 3 hours and 20 minutes. It's a fair amount of time. That makes me think it started as a billet. Good morning, folks. We are here, the Yamazen Northeast Technology Center, and we're here really to focus on Matsuura, and here is Tyler.
How's it going?
You want to walk us through what we got?
Yeah, absolutely. So we got a MAM72-35V, PC32. So when we say PC, that's pallet changer.
Yep.
So on this machine, 32 pallets.
Yep. And explain, I thought this was so cool, what MAM and then more importantly what 72 and 35 stand for.
Yeah. So it's Matsuura Advanced Manufacturing. 72 actually stands for 72 hours. So when it was designed, it was intended to run 72 hours unmanned. So Set it up Friday, come in Monday, all your parts are all done.
Unmanned. See what I did there? Man.
Yeah, all right. Nice.
And 35V, 35 is
350 millimeter,
Right.
the work envelope. So
And these came out in the mid-90s?
it's actually 1991 was the
91.
first year, so it's just been refined through the years.
So, and this is what I love, folks, is there is a lot happening, I think, in the automation world and the idea of making this accessible to even like smaller job shops. And we saw one of these for the first time in S&H Machine out in Southern California. But what I love is it seems like other builders are now either turnkeying OEMs or figuring out ways of having third parties at work. But Matsuura's been doing this. This is like their ethos. This is their bread and butter. This is what they've been doing.
Yeah.
You have the phrase high mix, low volume.
Yep, exactly.
It doesn't have to be all 32 the same.
Yeah, so automation, there's, first question we always ask is, how many?
Yeah.
Are you making thousands of something? Are you making 20 of something, 30? So with this, a lot of people get that misconception of, oh gosh, I don't need that. I'm not making hundreds of thousands of parts. No, this is, when you're running a shop, you're not getting paid for teardowns and setups, right? You're only
Right.
making money when your spindle's running.
Right.
So with this, what this allows you to do is leave your fixtures set up and your tooling set up. So again, you're not tearing down things, resetting it up. If you're getting that work every month, 2 months, it's set up.
Just leave it there.
Load it up with material, push start, and go.
Now on a PC32, let's say I had 60 pallets. I could pull some of those off, store them, and then put them back in.
Absolutely.
But I could keep my offsets, I could keep my tool crib
Yep.
for it and just pull it out and put it in.
Exactly. So, and additionally, this machine's got 520 tools.
This is insane.
You've got data up to 999. So
Okay.
if for some reason 520 is not enough,
Yeah.
you can always do offline storage. The machine will store the data, so you just unload and load that
Yeah.
tool data to a pod.
Right.
So, but again, with like 5-axis machining here, oftentimes you can just get creative with your work holdings
Yes.
to where
Look at
you
this.
don't have to pull things in and out. So let me pull this over here.
And it is absolutely true, folks. It doesn't have to be simultaneous 5. It can be positional. What you just saw, there was a little mini tombstone. So you're even holding, could even be as simple as 3-axis work, but you want it done in a workflow that lends itself to getting to all the sides of it, or positional work, or again, leaving the machine set up. This is so cool.
Yeah, and the beauty of this, it's all Matsuura built. So if you lose power in the middle of a pallet change, tool change, there's auto recoveries on everything. So you're not on the phone figuring out who's going to help you get the machine
Right.
back
No
up
one
and
points
running.
fingers at other.
Yeah.
Sure.
So again, with like here's a Raptor, but
Yeah.
you've got a dovetail part, whatever fits within that work envelope,
Right.
throw it on there. So you may not have to pull pallets in and out if you don't want to,
And when I first saw this, I thought, 32 pallets, 520 tools. I thought, okay, that's not me. But then all of a sudden you do start to realize it. Like if you've got 4 or 5 different products or fixtures or sub-assemblies and you want to leave it set up and you want not only the tools for it, but you want the redundant tools, or you want to set up tools for all of your jobs, it actually does make sense. And it stays in a pretty darn small footprint.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's the one thing that, one thing, I'll say that a lot today, but
Yeah.
really, they're Japanese built. So in Japan, real estate is
Yeah.
incredibly expensive. So we always try to go up.
Right.
Small footprints, you can cram as many machines in a tight space.
Yeah.
So you're efficient.
And this is the kind of machine where it's all about the ROI, and that's what's kind of fun is when you start looking at the machine's productivity and the capabilities, the ROI math is actually pretty amazing, assuming you've got the work for it. And that's just a sight of beauty. Oh my God. So we had the chance to come here about a month ago and film a lot of the footage setting up and seeing this getting rigged in, but I mean, just look at it. It's just a thing of beauty. It really is. Yeah, amazing.
So the beauty of this too, you could start with this is a 520 base.
Yep.
But you could start. I think we go, for this, like you could do a minimum of 120 racks,
Okay.
and then add on as needed.
Yeah.
Typically,
Scalable.
most people just load it up.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
But again, you get the ability to start with small if you wanted to and grow.
Yeah.
So
And it's another thing too. John Grimson and I have been talking about this on the Business of Machining. Yes, it's cutting tools, but it's not just cutting tools. Starting to see things like the 3M deburring brushes. You've got the brush research style deburring brushes. You've got things like chip fans up there. So it's kind of funny to think about if you're looking for one and done solutions where you're trying to minimize the work, the post processing work. This can lend itself to that. Okay, so now we have horizontal?
Yeah, horizontal. So this is kind of an interesting machine as well. So most of our machines, you'll start like a MAM, you can start with a 2 pallet and actually retrofit on a 32 pallet.
Okay.
So you can start small, and then as your business grows, actually the machine can grow with it. The beauty again of factory designed and engineered pallet systems and automation. Same with the PC2. So we've got 240 tools on this,
Okay.
but a 2 pallet setup.
Only 2 pallets. So it's one in the spindle right now, and then this one.
One here.
Right.
The 300 is also a very special machine for us. Small footprint. It's really a 400 millimeter machine.
Okay.
So you can fit, I mean, you can see how large this work envelope
Yeah,
is.
that's huge. It's huge for what it looks like.
Yep.
But yeah, 30 inches, right. Wow.
So,
Okay, and you can see inside here, again, 2 different setups. They've got the tombstone here with a couple ops on it. The other part, though, that's in the demo is you could actually machine those features as shown on it?
yep.
Wow. Got it.
So, yeah, and with the horizontal, I mean, it's such a simple machine. It can be intimidating. A lot of guys run verticals,
Right.
Horizontal is vertical on its side.
Yep.
So you get the ability, you can do, this demo here is 3 ops. So you got, op 10, op 20, op 30, 1 cycle start. So you're ganging up all your parts on a tombstone. And again, with a 2 pallet, again, your first stop is done, or your first tombstone is done. It's going to pallet change. The spindle's running while you're swapping out parts over here, right? So
What is the largest pallet changer size on the horizontals?
so for Matsuura, we go up to a 630 millimeter machine.
I'm sorry, the number of pallets.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So H.Plus-300, we go up to a PC15.
15 though.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Is
So-
that all on one level, or do they go up?
Similar to the MAM.
Is it really?
Yep. So
wow.
it's, I mean, again, footprint is key.
Right.
So I mean, you're maybe another 6 feet perimeter.
But
8
it
feet
goes
perimeter,
up.
But then it goes up.
That's cool. That's really
So-
cool. And your, would it be a C-axis?
It's actually B.
B. Okay. And is that positional or simultaneous?
So we offer a positional,
Okay.
but really, we usually don't import them like that. We'll
Okay.
do a direct drive, glass skills on everything.
Which means it is true.
Full true full.
Okay. Got it.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Yep.
Now we're getting into the cool stuff. Not that the MAM isn't cool, but I think it's interesting because the MAM, again, the ROI is actually pretty screaming, but it is still a larger price point. You're not at 7 figures, but if you get one decked out, you're going to certainly start pushing that once you tool it up. But the MX520 as well as the MX330 are sort of the teaser. How do you get into this? How do you get started with not only just simultaneous 5-axis, but tying in with the sort of Matsuura ethos of automation?
Yep, exactly, yeah. So like you said, we've had the MAM since '91. The MX line came after. It was a big leap for customers to go from like a vertical or a horizontal up to 32 pallets,
Right.
520 tools. So
We gotta go. Love it. And this is it. Like, yes, there may be some simultaneous tool paths on this, but really this is about getting six setups, maybe multiple parts per.
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you've got a transition into, we want people to run MAMs. That's what American manufacturing needs. You need more throughput, right?
Right.
We've got all these parts. People get so intimidated by robots and all this that they're taking our jobs. It's not.
Right.
It's, you're doing more work, better work, faster.
Yep.
Keeping up with it so that you're keeping your lights on in your shop.
Yeah. No,
You're staying competitive with overseas manufacturing.
If we didn't live in a world where capital was a constraint, we would pick up an automated machine tool solution right now, even as small as we are. Absolutely. Even if it's only 3 days a week or 4 days a week where you're hitting go at the end of the night, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Yep. So, and again, this, like you said, why not do your simple gravy work at night when nobody's there, nested up on a tombstone and running?
The cake stop.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Why not?
Yep.
So,
Can we move that into the machine?
yeah, absolutely.
It's a really good point. It doesn't all have to be the same. You can run, like Tyler just said, run your easy stuff at lights out, night out. Or when you run lights out, slow everything down a little bit. That's okay if you get better process reliability or even better tool life. It's okay. There's no reason to run tools super hard if it's done at 4 in the morning. It's a very fluid motion. It's actually, I think, quite speedy.
Yeah, it's incredibly simple. I mean, a pallet change time is well under a minute. So you just can't beat it.
There you go. You're in. And so with 520, you're looking at over 20 inches of what you call X travel.
Yep.
Got it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go look at the.
One more thing.
Oh yeah,
before.
absolutely.
So another thing that oftentimes gets overlooked. I mean, you've been in a shop a long time, right? So running a vertical or any kind of machine, you're leaning in and out of your machine all day long, right? Your knees hurt, your back hurts. So one thing that we really make focus on is accessibility. So I'm in the machine right now.
Yeah.
You know, you can access all parts.
Locked out. When you can jog, we can jog the X over as well, right?
Yeah, you can jog the X over. Overhead crane door
Overhead crane door. Interesting.
to load parts in and out. Again, it's hard to find good quality work right now, right? Good machinists, I should say. So to get injured on the job, you can't have it.
Yeah. So it not only the work piece, but for us, it's doing setups, checking something. You know, we have a mirror that we use to get behind it, but here I can almost look behind that myself. But also loading tools. It's actually pretty difficult for us to load heavy tools, a little bit of a strain. And here, I mean, literally, my elbow is still touching my body, and you're at the spindle, it's just nice.
Yeah. And I mean, that's, why all the way back. So.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That moves in you can pull the spindle actually out toward you even more.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact about MXs, we started with the 520.
Yep.
It's still worldwide our most popular machine.
Is that right?
Yes.
Really?
Yep,
Interesting.
330 PC10 is probably creeping up, but
Yep.
520 is still number one.
But that's interesting because the PC4 is relatively new. So folks were using the 520 without necessarily at least a Matsuura built automation
third-party
solution.
automation. We would offer a standalone machine with hydraulics through the table.
Okay.
So you could easily integrate in a third party, but we really wanted, our own automation.
Yep.
So started with the 520, then actually found a need for a larger machine, so we created the MX850.
Yep.
And then the newest to the MX line was the 330.
Yeah.
Incredibly popular.
Speaking my language.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we came out with this is a standalone. We had a heck of a time just getting one of these here for the show.
Yep.
We had a PC10. That was the whole idea, was to get all of our pallet machines here. But again, started with that. So 330, again, smaller machine, a little bit different build than the MX520 and the 850. Those are like a ram structure, very, very rugged. Not to downplay this at all, incredibly rugged, strong, accurate machine. But again, you're talking about smaller parts, so you just don't need that extra rigidity per se.
Sure.
So,
This is the machine. I know now 3 people, including the folks in Autodesk Pier 9 that have this machine. Just superb build quality, superb accuracy. Really top of the notch, and at a price point that's it's accessible, which is really cool.
incredibly small footprint again. Yeah, awesome machine. Yeah. And we can't keep them in stock. It's
awesome.
It's a good problem.
Good problem. Yeah, good for you guys.
Yep. So and I'll have Leo show you this demo later on. It's a really simple, cool 5-axis demo.
Yep.
You got intersecting holes. We do a 5-axis deburr.
No
so
kidding.
Something
awesome.
you can do.
Yeah, that's cool.
A benefit of that, again, so many people say, well, I don't need a 5-axis. I don't have that kind of work.
Yep.
Maybe you do.
Yeah.
technical glass. You've seen this.
We've seen
machine.
this. I think
Yeah.
I even recognize the demo.
Yep, absolutely. I
Not
could
that,
do it.
not that Tyler would ever recycle a demo.
Yeah, right. And sometimes, there's not enough time. In the
No,
world,
it's really
right?
cool.
So yeah, this divot tool, I kind of changed it up, so it's making 2, but.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yep. But again, LX160, so linear motor machine, 46,000 RPM.
Insane.
Yeah. I mean, this is my favorite machine. It's hard to
Is that
pick
right?
one, but this
Yeah.
is hands down. It's a hot rod, man. It's awesome.
Now this is a standalone. You do, like the one we saw when you and I were out in LA had a built-in.
Yeah, 42 pallets.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
this
God.
actually does. It's got 2
No
pallets.
way.
So.
Oh, look at that. It's so small. Oh, right there. That's kind of cute.
Yep.
Huh.
So if you got a longer running cycle time,
Yeah.
again, maybe 6 to 8 hours where you're doing a lot of finishing on a bigger part.
Right.
Hey, load one up before you go home, push
Yeah.
start, come in the morning, you're getting an overnight run.
Do you even sell this as a non-tube?
Yeah,
You
we
do sell
actually do.
a
So we'll
table
do
version?
a standalone to where
Okay.
you could, again, do like a 3R robot, something
Yeah.
like that, integrated in. 2 pallet or 42 pallet, and it actually goes up to 91 pallets.
Wow.
So really it's a mini MAM concept.
Yeah, but we were looking earlier out in the showroom. They had a number of like bone plates and aerospace style parts where you want all the RPMs that you've got, but then you need spectacular surface finishes, and this is that, like your orthopedic
Exactly.
bone plate.
Yep.
Really cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
So this one, again, 2 pallets, 51 tools. So incredibly small footprint.
Very cool. All right. Well, thanks for having us out here.
Oh,
We're gonna
yeah,
get.
one
Let's
more.
get some. Oh, one more.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
So it's not powered up. I believe it's sold, so we're trying to keep the hours down on it as well. But the V.Plus-550, so Japanese built vertical.
Yep.
Kind of an interesting fact, but if you look at it from the front, right next to the 330, it almost looks identical.
That's interesting.
And so what we're trying to do is we're constantly, we're hand scrape surfaces, hand built machines, like not an assembly line by all means. These are built by a team of craftsmen in Japan. So we're constantly trying to figure out ways of how we can make more faster and still reduce the cost to, of course, increase sales, right?
Yeah.
So what we did was actually they redeveloped the V.Plus-550 in cahoots with the MX330, or in lieu, I should say, to try to figure out a way to where we can have a commonality of parts, share
interesting.
castings,
Okay.
and again, make it better, faster, cheaper.
So
And
stuff that I, as a customer, don't necessarily know about
Yeah.
or care or see, but helps you on the back end.
Exactly,
Sure, makes
exactly.
sense.
And hopefully helps you on the front end too of the cost.
No, but it's not something
yeah.
I necessarily see. Interesting.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. Very cool.
So I mean, it's vertical.
Yeah, it's not what I
C1.
think of with Matsuura, but yeah.
We really, we don't sell a ton of verticals. It's a very competitive market. Our bread and butter is 5-axis and automation.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
but-
Let's go see some parts making chips though.
Yeah.
Really beautiful showroom.
Folks, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Starting to understand who these machine tool builders are and what may be a good fit if you're a manufacturing entrepreneur or you're trying to look at a job shop at new technology. It's actually really important, and we really appreciate Matsuura and Yamaza letting us come film and really get to know so much about what Matsuura is and what they stand for, and to understand where their machine tools could be a good fit for your shop or your application. Take care, folks. See you soon.